Essential dating tips for men over 50 seeking love. Alright, gentlemen, let's take a plunge into the more profound aspects of dating as we reach the age of 50 and beyond. Dating at this stage of life is not merely a repeat of what you experienced in your younger years, it presents its own unique challenges, and dare I say, advantages. Many men over the age of 50 have experienced marriage or long-term relationships, but it's important to note that not all have. There are plenty of men in this age group who have never engaged in a serious, committed relationship with a woman, which naturally influences their perspective on dating. Typically, men over 50 find themselves in a different phase of life compared to those in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, and this shift significantly impacts the dating landscape. You certainly don't want to be perceived as the older guy trying too hard to fit in with younger singles, as that can come off as awkward or even creepy. In this video, we will delve into how various factors such as career, finances, children, intimacy, past relationships, lost love, and the appeal of younger women shape the dating advice tailored for single men over 50. If you're new to my channel, my mission is to assist men in understanding modern women, enabling you to attract and maintain a meaningful relationship, or simply improve your interactions with women. Welcome to Just the Tip. Now, let's break down the essentials of navigating love, desire, and everything in between once you hit the big 5 to 0 and beyond. The dating advice for men over 50 is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Whether you've been through the trials of marriage, or are just stepping into the realm of long-term commitments, your life experiences will influence your dating dynamics in ways that younger individuals may not fully grasp. You've reached significant milestones and encountered challenges that younger men can hardly imagine. If this resonates with you, feel free to share your experiences in the comments so that others can learn from them. Let's first examine the evolving stages of life for men over 50. By this age, many men have established careers. Unlike younger men, who are still striving to carve out their professional identities, you likely have a solid career foundation. You might be contemplating your next steps, whether that involves planning for retirement or exploring new business ventures. This phase of life often brings a sense of stability and self-awareness that is appealing to emotionally mature women, those who could be considered keepers. If you find yourself still navigating your career or seeking employment, prioritize that aspect of your life. Whether you are engaged in a steady job or managing a disability, having a reliable routine and a stable income is essential for your peace of mind. Next, let's discuss financial stability. Ideally, you should not be overly concerned about financial matters. A secure financial situation can be the key differentiator between attracting a suitable partner and inadvertently raising red flags. If you have gone through a costly divorce, it's time to focus on rebuilding. Remember, financial security is not solely about having a large sum of money, it's about being responsible and stable. Unless, of course, you are specifically looking for someone who is financially motivated. It's also important to ensure that your potential partner is financially stable as well. If both of you have assets that you wish to pass on to your children or loved ones, discussing a prenuptial agreement is not just a protective measure, it signifies your commitment to making wise financial decisions together. It's advisable to bring this topic up sooner rather than later, but perhaps not on the first date. As with many sensitive subjects, it's best to test the waters subtly. This conversation will likely be easier if she also has assets and children, as she will probably empathize with your situation. If she doesn't, it may indicate a misalignment in your values. Now, let's shift our focus to family dynamics. Many men over 50 come with established families, which may include children, grandchildren, or even stepchildren. This aspect of your life can significantly influence your dating experience. When embarking on a new relationship, it's crucial to establish clear boundaries and expectations, especially regarding family involvement. If you're dating a woman with children, regardless of their ages, you'll need to navigate these dynamics thoughtfully. It's important to discuss how involved your families will be with each other. For more insights, consider watching my video on dating single moms, which you can find linked at the end of this message. If you've had a successful relationship with a single mom, feel free to share your strategies. Clear communication can help prevent future conflicts, as love alone isn't always enough to overcome challenges. Practical agreements are essential. Let's shift to another important topic: sex drive and health. As we age, testosterone levels naturally decline, impacting everything from libido to overall energy. This isn't necessarily negative. Your focus might shift from intense encounters to more intimate, cuddling moments. Most women appreciate more cuddling as they age. If your partner's sex drive is higher than yours, you might consider ways to boost your testosterone levels. Conversely, if her drive is lower due to menopause, pain, preferences, or other reasons, it's better to address this sooner rather than later. Discussing these topics is important, though typically not on a first date. If you're interested in checking your testosterone levels from home, I'll provide a link to a recommended company in the show notes. Currently, they only serve the US, but I'll update you if that changes. Now, let's delve into specific dating advice for single men over 50, considering whether you're divorced, a widower, or have never married. For divorced men, it's likely you've faced significant challenges, which have made you wiser, but also left some emotional scars. Use this wisdom to your advantage by determining what you want and what you won't tolerate in a new relationship. Embrace the lessons from past failed relationships. Reflect on both the mistakes and successes to build a healthier dynamic in future relationships. We can all learn from our failures. What's the silver lining lesson you learned from your divorce? Avoid bitterness and let go of resentment from your past marriage. Not every woman is like your ex. Be open to new experiences with a curious mindset, but stay vigilant to avoid falling into the same traps with a different face. Learn from past mistakes and strive to be better, not bitter. Remember, your ex doesn't deserve the mental space you're holding onto for her. The best revenge is indifference towards her, and a happy life for you. Set clear boundaries and be upfront about your deal breakers, whether it's financial habits, family involvement, or respect. Knowing what you won't compromise on can save you from future heartache. The right partner will respect your standards and boundaries if your values align and you communicate them respectfully. Just as you don't want to be punished for what her ex did to her, she shouldn't be punished for what your ex did to you. Compromise where it makes sense, but stand firm on the things that truly matter to you. What's one thing you will never compromise on again? Share in the comments. Now, let's consider the situation for widowers. Losing a spouse or long-time love is one of the most wrenching experiences you can face. In fact, it's a profound loss that requires time and care to heal from. As you navigate this new chapter, it's important to honor your past while being open to new possibilities. Take your time to grieve and heal, and when you're ready, approach new relationships with an open heart and mind. Remember, it's okay to seek support from friends, family, or professionals as you adjust to life without your partner. Embrace the lessons learned from your past relationship, and use them to build a fulfilling future. What's one thing you've learned from your experience as a widower that you'll carry forward into new relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you've endured the pain of losing someone close, whether through death or divorce, it's crucial to allow yourself space to process your emotions while remaining open to future possibilities. Honoring cherished memories of your late partner doesn't mean closing the door on new connections. True love involves carrying those meaningful moments forward while making room for fresh experiences. Consider this: if your spouse truly cared for you, wouldn't they want you to rediscover happiness and companionship? Clinging to the past without considering future joy might actually contradict their wishes. When you feel ready to explore new relationships, take measured steps. Rushing into the dating world too soon after such a profound loss might seem appealing in moments of loneliness, but can quickly become emotionally overwhelming. Healing isn't a race. Enter romantic spaces only when you feel genuinely prepared to offer and receive affection without drowning a new partner in unresolved grief. Have you ever jumped into a relationship too soon? Sharing your story could help others navigate similar challenges. When connecting with potential partners, practice balanced honesty. Your journey, both the beautiful and painful chapters, shapes who you are, but avoid turning initial conversations into therapy sessions. Think of it as sharing highlights rather than handing someone your entire diary. This approach helps new partners understand your depth while creating space for their own role in your unfolding story. Don't underestimate the value of external guidance during this transition. Whether through supportive friends, specialized grief groups, or professional counseling, seeking help demonstrates strength, not weakness. For those interested, I'll include a link in the show notes to an online therapy service I personally endorse for its balanced approach to supporting both men and women navigating life's complexities. For our focus on eternal bachelors over 50, men approaching relationships later in life, consider these insights. If you've never committed to long-term partnerships, your perspective brings both advantages and unique challenges. First, appreciate your hard-won independence. Decades of solo decision-making likely shaped strong personal rhythms, which can be attractive to partners who admire your self-assurance. However, merging two independent lives requires awareness. Imagine trying to blend two carefully curated playlists. Some tracks might clash, but with flexibility, you create something harmonious. Find someone who respects your established patterns while gently adapting their own, recognizing that healthy relationships involve mutual adjustments, whether rescheduling your Saturday golf routine or compromising on dinner choices. Second, clarify your relationship blueprint. By now, you should have a clear vision of what matters most in a partner. Create a mental list of 5 non-negotiable qualities, like shared values or communication style, alongside flexible preferences, such as specific hobbies. This clarity prevents mismatched connections while leaving room for surprises. Maybe you'll discover a love for salsa dancing you never knew existed. Third, leverage your life stability as an attractive quality. Whether financial security, career fulfillment, or emotional maturity, build a life that welcomes a partner rather than seeking to fill a void in someone else's world. Think of it as owning a well-built house. You're inviting someone to co-decorate, not move into an unfinished construction site. Finally, resist the urge to settle for convenience. Loneliness shouldn't dictate relationship decisions. Just because you've spent decades flying solo doesn't mean compromising your standards. Would you buy shoes that pinch your feet just because they are on sale? Apply the same logic to love. Remember, entering relationships should feel like choosing a favorite restaurant rather than grabbing fast food out of desperation. It's important not to settle for someone who isn't truly compatible with you. Instead, take the time to wait for the right person to come along. Don't make compromises on the aspects of a relationship that hold significant value for you. While it's true that no one is flawless, you should seek a partner whose imperfections align with your own preferences. Remember, being single is often a better choice than being in a regrettable relationship. If you're skeptical, just take a look at some of the comments from others who have shared similar experiences. Effective communication is crucial in any relationship. Without the experience gained from a long-term partnership, you might not have encountered certain interpersonal challenges that arise. The reality is that relationships often require emotional openness and can involve conflicts from time to time. Good communication skills are vital, but like many abilities, they take time to cultivate through practice. It's never too late to learn these skills, although if you haven't had the opportunity to practice, it might feel a bit overwhelming at first. Be kind and patient with one another. After all, no one has a manual on how to navigate relationships. Now, let's discuss the topic of dating younger women. When you find yourself attracted to a younger partner, it's easy to get swept away by their youthful charm. However, it's essential to engage in conversations about significant topics such as children, finances, and lifestyle choices. While younger women may evolve over time, it's unwise to assume they will change in the ways you might hope or fantasize about. To prevent future disappointments, I recommend watching my video on dating younger women. Regardless of your past experiences or current situation, there is a perfectly imperfect match waiting for you out there. Love is out there, but you must take proactive steps to discover it. By the way, if you want to support my channel, sharing this video is one of the best ways to do so. I truly appreciate your generous super thanks, PayPal donations, and for sticking around until the end. I'm thrilled to have you here, sending you lots of love, and may God bless you.